Modeling, coming in with another video. So I just finished up another build. I got the 148 scale Mitsubishi A6M3 Fighter Hamp by Tamiya. That's the Type 32. It's the later war, kind of mid-war really, flipped wing Zero. It's one of the later versions of the Zero. And I believe the mold on the kit said it was like from 1980. Oh, what was it? Not 1980. What was it? Yeah, 1982. So this is one of the older Tamiya kits. And even though it was one of the older kits, it went together pretty well. In fact, I did like the instructions for it quite a bit. And the instructions, oh, great. And the instructions they give you a nice picture, some hand drawings of Zeros, and it gives you a little bit of the history of the Zero, as it's a rather legendary aircraft. They really didn't want to acknowledge it, the Americans. That's such a revolutionary plane. Anyways, to review the build. Also, some of you guys watched the live stream. This is from the live stream. This is for the All at Sea thing over at UK Scale Modeler that he's doing, Ian. So yeah, here we go. Now, I'm going to start you off here in the cockpit. In the cockpit, we have some seat belts made out of, what is it? Aluminum foil that I made and I painted with Tamiya. Oh, what's the color? It's like the khaki. Then, the instructions said paint the interior blue, or like not really interior blue, but like a metallic-y blue color. So I painted it blue, dry brushed it, got some decals in there. Yeah, and, for the instrument panel. I also drilled out the holes in the seat back. The next was to get it, the fuselage halves together. It went together pretty nicely, except for got a bit of a seam on the tail where it didn't want to go together. And then work on the wings. Wings went together pretty well. Yeah, sorry about that. For the underside, you can see where there's a bit of like putty that didn't really sand down very well. Kind of flaking off actually. There was a rather large gap right about there. And then we go to the part where they tell you to make the engine. With the engine, I don't think you can really see it here. There's too much of a propeller and crankshaft in there. But with the engine, I painted it, tested it silver. Then I took some of the larger welding wire. I know you guys have seen me using the welding wire to make the little push rods. Then I went out to Michael's and I bought some jewelry wire, about 30 gauge. And I did some of the ignition wiring in there for the first time. We'll have to work and experiment with that a little bit more in the future. And so I got that all done. I then went and painted the whole model in, what did I use the primer? I think I did a darker gray actually. Yeah, darker gray. And then I did the IJN gray by Tamiya. I did sort of a dot. I don't know if you can really see it in the video. You can sort of see it on the underside. I did the marbling. I also didn't want to fuss with the decals. I thought I'd try making my own roundels. That's why they look a little weird. But what I did was I primed those in white, and I went over it in red. I did some spotting too, some brighter areas. You can see that is present on the side here. On the side one, if I get light on there, right? Yeah. That's a little too much. But yeah. Also, I'm using a flashlight. It's nice it can be pointed. Once I got that done, I got everything together. I started my decaling, which was the last of the live stream, which went pretty okay, nice smoothly. I do like the markings on this one. One complaint I do have about the kit is down here, just underneath here, the identification plate. What my complaint about that is they only gave you one for 4 different markings. So that could be for a different plane. Small nitpicky thing. Just kind of small. And looking at videos off of YouTube, I probably shouldn't have done any weathering around the engine like that. But I did anyways from like when it would start up. I used the powder stuff I've always been using, and I made some oil streaking with some petrol, mixed with petrol and powder on the wings where they would fill it. Probably a little too extreme on that too. Also did some gun exhaust and where the exhaust would blow over it. And you can see a little bit of the petrol as well on the bottom. Petrol wash on the engine, and then pitot tube fell out. Oh, huh. I gotta find that pitot tube. Just got the propeller on too. Propeller spins. Canopy frame hand painted. Yeah. I will see you guys next time, and as always, model on.